The BPO Break Room Podcast. Welcome back to another episode. My name is Jay. Those that are watching and listening to us right now, don't forget to subscribe, share, give us a like. You can also now see us on not just on YouTube, not just on Spotify, but you can also watch and listen to us on Amazon Music and Apple Podcast. For today's episode, we are going to explore the meaning of resilience, motivation, and self care. We're also going to talk about the definition of success through the story of our guest for today.
Ooh, interesting. You know what, Jay? Success for me is something like na parang you have already achieved your goal and you are able to be an advocate for those people who has the same goal as yours. What about you, Jay?
For me, success, I think it's different from one person to another. There are people that I know, they call themselves successful when they've already banked a million pesos or $1 million in their accounts. And there are people who I know that they already call themselves successful because they already have their own family, they already have their a beautiful wife, and they already have 3 or 4 children or more than 4 or 5 children, and they are already happy and satisfied, and they call themselves successful. However, there are some who I know that they feel that they are successful even though they don't have a million pesos in their bank account, even though they're not or they don't have any family yet, or they don't have any children yet, but they are happy, they're satisfied, they get to travel around the world, and they call that kind of lifestyle successful. For me, success is when I don't really have to worry about the majority of the things in my life. What I mean by that is, for example, I wish to buy my parents a new car or a new house. I could do that without worrying that I might suffer, I might go poor after doing that. You know what I mean? Or if I wish to travel around the world for 1 year, that means that I need to leave my job, and I don't really have to worry about going poor again or running out of money if I wish to travel around the world and not having jobs. So those kind of activities that I would like to do without any worries that I might suffer after doing the stuff that I wanted to do. If I ever get to do that, then I think I can call myself successful already. That for me is success, and I know it's going to be different for you, for him, and for her, how you call yourself successful, or what really is your definition of success. We are going to explore everything about that for today's episode.
The BPO Podcast.
I have witnessed a portion of this person's journey to success nung nag-start pa lang siyang gumawa ng YouTube videos, nagsimula pa lang siyang mag-create ng mga social media contents. Kaya nga naman, I made it my purpose talaga to invite him here today and share his success stories to everyone, na we are hoping na makapulutan ninyo ng inspirasyon as we thrive further in this life and as we thrive to be successful in this BPO journey that we are all in right now. Kaya nga naman, huwag na tayo magpatumpik-tumpik pa. I would like to introduce to you, he's one of the most famous BPO content creators. He is the founder and owner of Bold Minds Academy, and he is also the owner and the founder of Renaissance VA Agency.
And our very special guest for today ay kilala bilang Kuya Rene Boy.
Welcome to the BPO Break Room Podcast, Rene Boy. Happy New Year.
Yeah, kamusta kayo lahat? Yeah, grabe naman sa one of the most famous BPO content creator.
Totoo naman yun, ano, Rene
Kaya nga.
Boy. Kamusta ang buhay-buhay
Salamat po,
natin dyan?
salamat. Yeah, doing fine every day. How about you guys? Kamusta kayo?
Sobrang
Ay,
busy, and super fine din every day, right? Thriving. I do not know lang kay Kay ha, kasi si Kay, if you didn't know, Rene Boy, no, may sakit to eh. May sipon siya tsaka may ubo. That's what I meant. And you, well, again, welcome to the BPO Break Room Podcast, and thank you for squeezing us in on your busy schedule. I know super busy ka. You have a lot of projects going on, and you also have your very own company that you are sustaining right now. Am I correct?
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, and good. And we're really honored that no, that you are one of our first guests here in this podcast this 2025.
Correct.
This is an honor. Yeah. So, yeah. Ano ba pag-uusapan natin dito? Medyo kinakabahan ako.
Okay.
Nakakabahan ka, Rene Boy, i-interrogate ka lang naman namin. Charing.
Mm.
Hindi.
So, yeah.
But you
Shoutout
know,
lang sa lahat ng mga nanonood, ha? Sa lahat ng mga viewers ng BPO Break Room. Follow tayo dito, guys.
Thank you. One
thank
of
you,
the first
Diane.
thing, yeah, one of the first things, Rene Boy, that we are very interested in, including the viewers of the BPO Break Room podcast, is the success stories that you have achieved in
Mm-mm.
your tenure in the BPO industry. But we want to get to know you a little bit more muna, no, Rene Boy? Sino nga ba si Rene Boy? Taga saan si Rene Boy? Saan ka lumaki? Ilan ang kapatid mo? Right? Ilan
Mm.
ang ilang wisdom tooth na ang nabunot sa'yo? Yung ganong klaseng information.
Actually, kasi yung mga content ko more on BPO contents, di ba? Hindi ako yung nag-upload talaga ng lifestyle,
Mhm.
personal. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Yung iba talaga, hindi pa ako masyadong kilala personally. Pero yun,
Mhm.
si Kuya Rene Boy, yun, isa ako sa mga legendary call center agent na magaling mag-English pag may headset. Yeah. Kumusta lahat ng mga bayaning puyat out there? So, yan guys. Panganay sa dalawang magkakapatid. Ano yung ginagawa ninyo? Daily routine ninyo, ganun lang din ako.
Mhm.
And tag dito yun, mahilig ako sa mga exotic pets. And mahilig ako
Exotic
magbasa.
pets.
Mm. Mga tarantula,
Exotic
ganun.
pets at that tarantula. My gosh. Ang arte.
Tarantula,
Tarantula,
yeah.
like yung mga, like how big is yung tarantula?
Meron akong 6 inches, meron din akong 5 inches, ganun
Oo.
yung mga pets ko.
Okay.
Then yun, aside from that, nagbabasa-basa, tapos nagre-research, ganun, syempre,
Mhm.
para lumawak lalo yung kaalaman natin. Especially, nag-share tayo ng mga tips sa mga
Mm.
viewers natin. Kailangan marami tayong maibigay na value sa kanila. Kasi yun yung napili kong niche. So yeah, I
Correct.
started my BPO career way back 2015, I guess.
Mhm.
And nung nag-start ako mag-BPO, yun na. Kumbaga, dito na tayo talaga naging nakilala. Kumbaga.
Mhm.
Pero bago ako nag-call center, dati nag-work ako as a construction worker, naging fast
Mhm.
food crew, tapos
Mhm.
salesperson sa department store, ganun. Marami rin ako naikot na trabaho, pa iba-iba. Then, yun, parang mas ginusto ko na lang ayoko na ng physical na trabaho, sabi ko, kaya parang mas gusto ko yung
Mhm.
nakaupo lang, katulad ng mga call center agents. Sabi ko
Aha.
ganun. Kaya yun, doon na nag-start talaga yung spark na, ay gusto ko rin maging call center agent, especially nung nasa BGC ako nag-work as a lihador, pintor,
Lihador
ganun.
in like
Oo.
is that the person
Nagliliha.
ano okay, okay, okay.
Nagmamasilya, ganun, something like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Tapos,
And
pag
then
nakatambay ako, pag naka-break time kami sa building, yun, nakikita ko yung mga call center agent, pakape-kape sa terrace nila. So, yun, pachika-chika lang sila, ganun. Sabi ko, gusto ko rin maging ganyan, parang ang chillax lang ng
ah
buhay nila. Tapos
ah
yun, doon na nag-umpisa, yung ilang beses ako nag-apply, ilang beses yung rejection, failure, tapos yun, nakapasa naman.
Mhm.
Eventually, to the point na, alam mo, pag nag-apply ako, like ko sinasabi, I only speak English like Manny Pacquiao, ganun. Paawa na. Hindi ko alam na hindi pala effective yon. You have to
Mm.
survive. Kailangan mo makasagot sa mga, kahit, alam mo yun, basta
Agree,
relevant
agree.
naman yung sagot mo kahit
Mm.
papaano. Tapos may mga assessment pala, may mga ganun. Doon na
May version
nag-umpisa
pa, hindi
yung
ba?
drive ko.
Oo,
Totoo yun.
okay. Before we
Yun.
dive into the details of how you really got there, how you got,
Mm-mm.
how you become successful, no? Let's step back muna, Rene Boy. You mentioned kanina that you were once a construction worker and you say
Mm-mm.
fast food crew, right?
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you?
Specifically,
Mhm.
Jollibee. How long? Sa construction, more than a year. And
More than a
then
year.
sa fast food, ganun din, more than a year.
During one of your jobs sa construction site, ano, you sa BGC, nakita mo yung mga
Mm.
call center agents na nagkakape, you
Mm.
witness their lifestyle, correct?
Ganun.
Ano yung pumasok
Na-witness ko yung
sa utak
lifestyle
mo
nila.
noon or ano yung pumasok sa mindset mo noon that you really wanted na you wanted to try out that kind of lifestyle? Bakit yung lifestyle na yun ang gusto mong tahakin?
Ayun, aside sa naririnig ko kasi yung stereotype na malaki sahod daw
Mm.
pag call center that time. Malaki sahod,
Ah,
malaki kita, ganun. Tapos hindi gaanong pagod compare sa ginagawa ko.
mm.
Kaya mas ginusto ko 'yon.
Mhm.
And not to mention, kasi nung nag-aaral din naman ako, hindi naman
Mhm.
din ako talaga yung naging pabaya. Kahit papaano, nakikinig naman tayo sa teacher. Kaya meron tayong alam na
Sana
konti with
all.
respect to English subject. Mm.
Oo.
Kumbaga, yun, nakikinig naman ako kaya kahit papaano may bound-bound tayong English. Kaya nung nag-apply
Mhm.
ako, nag-try ako mag-apply, siguro mga yun nga, 6 na beses, 7 beses,
Pitong
ligwak.
beses, okey.
Mm. Pero yun, parang matututo ka na lang talaga kasi sa experience tsaka sa failure talaga. Totoo pala yun.
Agree,
Kasi alam
oo.
mo yun, na-experience mo yung mga ganitong tanong, napaghahandaan mo na sa susunod na ma-encounter mo siya.
Mm.
Ang importante lang talaga is, buti na lang kamo, hindi ako tumigil. Nag-apply ako na nag-apply
Mm.
hanggang sa merong isang company yun, tumanggap sa akin.
Do you still remember, Rene Boy, the first company that you applied?
That time, yung
Oo,
unang-unang company na nag-reject sa akin, that was Teleperformance.
Teleperformance in Makati or
Oo, so,
in Makati?
Greenfield EDSA.
Sa may crossing?
Oo, talagang
Okay.
oo, ligwak ako no'n kasi sobrang kinabahan
Bakit?
ako, eh. Ultimo yung guard ini-English ako, eh. Tapos yun yung time na ano, may mga placard na pinapakita sa'yo, explain mo 'tong ganito, yung mga
Placard?
nakikita mong images, parang mga
Yung
picture,
recruitment? Yung
naka-print, oo, sa
recruiter?
recruitment. Oo, yung mga
Okay,
recruiter,
okay.
gano'n. Tapos yun, explain mo 'to in 60 seconds, parang pini-pressure ka ta's panel siya, gano'n. Maraming nakikinig, kaya nakakahiya. Do'n
Okay.
ligwak ako do'n. Yun yung mga na-experience ko.
Nung first, I wanted to delve deeper into the rejection part. The reason why I wanted to delve deeper in the rejection part is because based on what you just said earlier, yung rejections na ito really, instead of those rejections demotivate you, it really pushed you even further to improve yourself and get to where you are right now, right? Anong naramdaman mo nung na-reject ka ni Teleperformance?
Nung na-reject ako, sa akin nun
Mm-mm.
siyempre ano, masakit kasi alam mo yun yung pamasahe ko that time. Siyempre yung
Mm-mm.
pamasahe ko that time, parang ang pagkakaalala ko, hiniram ko lang yung
Mm-mm.
pamasahe ko
Mm-mm.
that time
Mm-mm.
para alam mo yung makapag-apply, tapos mare-reject. Siyempre kasi
Mm-mm.
that time, ano eh, babiyahe ka tapos magpe-prepare ka ng mga resume, ganun, papaprint
Mm,
ka.
correct. Pa-print
Talagang
ka pa,
effort.
oo. Mm.
Effort talaga. Tapos iisipin mo pa kung ano yung dapat na nakalagay sa resume mo para
Mm.
katanggap-tanggap ka naman kahit papaano.
Mm.
Tapos iisipin mo rin yung mga nag-practice-practice ako no'n katulad ng ginagawa ko, yung may
Yung
mga
ginagawa mo, oo, walang
tutorial.
mga tips-tips ng oo.
Wala pang
Mm.
gano'n. Hindi pa uso kaya sabi ko ang hirap, Pero hindi ako na-demotivate na itigil ko na ganyan, ganyan. Kasi
Okay, very
bawat
good. Mm.
steps, kahit papaano nagkakaroon ng improvement, napansin ko. Kung
Mm.
ngayon hanggang initial lang ako, the next apply ko nakaabot na ako ng assessment. So, onting push pa, baka final interview umabot na ako. Mga gano'n, gano'n yung naging
Mm.
pakiramdam ko nun. Kaya tinuloy ko ng tinuloy, kahit lagi
Okay.
ako naliligwak.
That's really a very inspirational moment for me. From your first rejection to the eighth company that finally you got hired, ano yung mga steps na
Mm.
ginawa mo?
Hanggang sa ano, sa
Na-hire ka, oo,
na-hire ako.
na-hire ka.
Oo.
Oo.
Yun nga, ang ginawa ko nun, sinusulat ko yung mga interview questions na na-encounter ko.
Okay. Naalala mo
Tapos,
siya and then sinusulat mo,
inaalala
okay.
ko siya, sinusulat ko. Kasi dati, kapag naliligwak ka, binibigyan kami ng parang checklist. O, ito yung mga website, puntahan mo to, mag-aral ka, mag-practice ka ng grammar, practice ka ng English,
Mm, mm, mm,
ganyan-ganyan.
mm.
Manood ka ng mga English movies. Yun yung mga typical na payo
Yeah,
noon
yeah.
kapag bumabagsak
Mm,
sa BPO. Yun yung ginawa ko. Nanood ako ng mga movies, English movies, na walang
mm.
subtitle daw, ganyan. Tapos sinusulat ko yung mga common interview questions sa BPO.
Okay.
Tapos, time to time, ini-improve ko yung mga canned responses, yung mga sample answers na ginagawa
Yes,
ko.
oo.
Kasi, syempre, sa ganitong company, hindi pala effective. So, baka sa kabilang company, ganito pala yung
Mm.
dapat isagot. Tapos, nangihingi ako ng advice sa mga kilala ko na nag-work sa BPO that time. Ganun. Tapos,
Okay.
inaral ko lang, nag-practice. Tapos, alam mo yun, to the point na nire-record ko yung sarili kong boses. Tapos, kinakausap ko yung sarili ko. Ganun,
Mm,
kinakausap ko yung sarili ko. What if ganito yung interview question sa akin? Ano naman yung
mm.
isasagot ko? Ganun. In that way talaga, na-convert yung mga, what do you call this, passive vocabularies na, alam mo yun,
Mm.
hindi ko naman usually ginagamit yung mga ganitong words na malalalim.
Correct.
Nagagamit ko na siya. Tapos hanggang sa nalaman ko na yung mga relevant na words na gagamitin ko pag ganito
Mm.
yung scenario or situation. That way, talagang natuto ako. Hanggang sa nakapasa ako sa first BPO.
Finally, nakapasa ka na on the
Finally. Yep.
eighth try, right?
Yep. 8
So,
try.
okay. So you wrote down the questions from the
Mm-mm.
interviewers, and then you also formulated your canned responses, and then you asked tips from your
Mm-mm.
friends who were already working in the BPO industry, and that time then you practice and you practice and practice, and then finally you
Yes.
got
That's
in,
right.
right?
How proactive you were at that time, Kuya Rene Boy? Kasi especially nowadays, yung sa mga kabataan na wanted to venture into BPO industry, no, they would tend to
Mm-mm.
be demotivated and then change career path right away or parang change path agad, no, course of action baga. So ayun,
Mm-mm.
and that's really inspiring kasi it seems to me that the way that you have tried to make things better or achieve your goal was very ano ba, parang from the scratch siya kung tawagin, no?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Ganun
Kasi
talaga.
talagang from the ground up
Mm-mm.
talaga si Rene Boy, which is really
Mm.
amazing. And ako, I think my first ever job, I think I could relate to Rene Boy. Ang first ever job ko was, alam niyo yung bench, hindi ba? Sales, ano ko dyan,
Mm-mm.
stock clerk ako sa bench, Glorieta 5. And then I
So
think
ano
same,
ka, outright. Ay, outright, I mean consignor.
oo, oo, oo. Pero hindi ako, wala ako sa, ano, wala ako sa
Sa
ano
field?
yun, nasa stock room ako, rather. Nasa stock room ako,
Stock
and
room.
then,
Okay.
oo, correct. So kapag may sales event sila, ang daming tao, they would prefer na yung mga stock clerk is also mag-roam around to help out the customers. And then 6 months, nag-endo ako. And then, same with you din, Rene Boy, ano, I've been seeing a lot of my my cousin's friends. My cousin is also working sa Sitel at that time.
Mm-mm.
And naging interesado ako because lagi siyang may bagong gamit every 2 weeks, and then she would also treat me sa mga fast food restaurants, and saan kumuha ng pera tong pinsa ko na to? Yun ang nasa isip ko. And then, yun nga, nagkwentuhan kami, nagsa-Sitel nga siya, call center, and then I asked more questions like, ano bang ginagawa dyan, blah, 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 and kailangan pala ng English,
Mm-mm.
right? So what I did back then is bumili ako ng English dictionary, Tagalog-English. Nag-ano lang ako doon,
Mm-mm.
and then I formulated a sentence in Tagalog, and then I used the
Mm-mm.
dictionary to translate the Tagalog into English, and then I practice as well. Super
Mm-mm.
practice lang talaga. And then, I also faced, I think some rejections before I really got in sa isang company as a call center
Mm.
agent din. Sa customer service ako
Nakakatuwa,
nun.
nakakatuwa. Parehas
Mm-mm.
talaga ng ano, no? May mga struggle talaga sa umpisa, especially kung
Mm-mm.
hindi ka marunong mag-English. Ang hirap eh.
True. Mm-mm.
Mahirap talaga. Kaya nakaka-relate ako dun sa mga beginner na, Kuya Rene Boy, paano ba makapasa dyan? Hindi ako marunong mag-English. 'Di ba?
Mm-mm.
Pero kasi kapag gusto niyo talaga mag-strive sa BPO industry, you really need to practice. You really need to improve your English communication skills. 'Di ba? Hindi niyo
Agree.
makukuha talaga yan right off the bat. Pero as time goes by, kung ini-expose niyo yung sarili ninyo sa mga bagay na nakakatulong sa inyo for your personal,
Mm-mm.
'di ba, personal development, talagang practice lang. Kasi totoo
Agree.
yun eh. Yung gasgas na yung sinasabi nila na practice makes perfect. Totoo yun.
Mm,
Kailangan nyo
correct. I
gawin yun
agree.
para talaga matuto at matuto. Ganon.
And that's a really ano talaga ano, like, a good timeline to look back, especially nowadays na you have achieved a lot. Ang sarap balikan ng mga nakaraan kung paano ka nagsimula, right? And
Mm.
thank you so much for sharing all this to us, Kuya Rene Boy. Pero nung na-achieve mo na siya, my question is, what's the most challenging part naman of being an agent in a BPO workspace?
Being an agent, ang most challenging para sa akin it's yung feeling na parang repetitive yung ginagawa mo. Parang repetitive.
Hmm.
Nakaramdam ako ng, hindi ko alam kung ano yung term, pero basta parang na-feel ko lang yung pagiging stagnant sa paulit-ulit. Not
Hmm,
unlike kung
mm,
ikaw ay mapunta sa magandang account, magandang management,
Mm.
wala nang problema. Anong nangyari kasi na-stack up ako dun sa account ko before. Nasabi ko,
mm,
paano bang gagawin ko para bumalik yung spark? Okay, ano pa yung kailangan kong isipin para bumalik yung drive ko, kumbaga. Gano'n.
Hmm,
Kasi
okay.
nakaramdam ako ng ano, alam mo yun, parang repetitive, paulit-ulit yung ginagawa ko, tapos paulit-ulit yung senaryo. Yun yung
Mhm.
pinaka-challenging part para sa akin. Pero yun, kapag ang ginagawa ko nun, tawag dito, nag-isip ako ng ibang program. Nag-isip ako ng
Mhm.
program. Eto nga yun, pumasok na yung tinatawag na referral program. So, aside dun sa trabaho
Referral
na ginagawa
program,
ko
okay.
na, oo, na pagiging repetitive, nalipat yung attention ko dun sa referral program. Kasi hindi naman sa pag-ano, nagiging consistent top agent ako before eh. Nagiging consistent top agent ako. Tapos, na-experience ko rin yun. Pero syempre, may mga times din na talagang nagkakaroon ako ng problema. Like yung mga NTEs, yan. Talagang nasasabuyan ako ng
Nagka-NT
mga
ka rin?
NTEs.
Anong kaso mo?
Oo naman. Syempre, maraming kaso. Maraming kaso. Oo. Not to mention, dumating sa point na nagkaroon ako ng kaso na tinatawag na social media talaga yung kaso ko. Alam mo yung
Like
negligence na
posting
nagawa
ano?
ko na social media sa ibang bansa. Ganun yung nangyari.
Oh.
Ganun yung nangyari. Dahil sa antok, pagod, ganun. Ganun yung nangyari. Yes.
Sa sobrang
Pero
antok mo,
yun,
kung saan na gumagalaw yung kamay mo sa mouse, ano, kung ano-ano kiniklik mo, gano'n.
bigla na lang may lumilipad na call. Pero yun, ano kasi yun eh, kasama sa pagiging call center agent
Yeah, yeah,
dati.
yeah. Oo, oo, oo.
Kasama sa pagiging call center agent yon. Pero syempre, hindi natin yan nire-recommend na gawin ng mga newbies or ng mga bago pa lang sa
Oo.
BPO.
Oo,
Di ba?
agree.
Kasi, ano
Mga ano
yan
lang
eh.
yan, mga alamat lang ang nakakagawa, nakakalusot sa mga
Mga, yes, mga alamat, mga alamat. Yun yung naging, pinaka-challenging part sa akin. Nakaramdam ako ng ano. Kaya
Mhm,
lumipat ako sa referral program. Doon ako nag-focus. Kaya kahit na nag-work ako ng ganito, na-challenge ako sa ibang program ng company namin. Ganun yung nangyari.
mhm. For those who are listening and watching to us right now, Rene Boy, can you quickly define for us ano ba ang referral program na yan?
Mm.
Okay, just to give you an overview about the referral program, ito po yung isang, hindi lahat ng company may ganito, pero pag may ganito yung company ninyo, i-take advantage ninyo. Okay? Kasi privilege nyo rin yan
Mhm,
na nakumita while referring friends, family, relatives, yan. Yung
mhm,
referral program kasi guys, ito po yun kapag nag-invite kayo ng ibang tao na
mhm,
pumasok sa company ninyo, tapos kapag nagkaroon ng successful hire or na-hire po yung ni-refer ninyo, yung iba, mayroon pong pa-incentives yung mga company. Okay?
mhm, mhm,
And yeah, just make the most of it. Kailangan ninyong ano ninyo, i-try nyo lang ng i-try yan kasi may chance talaga na kumita kayo dyan. Actually, nung
mhm,
nag-start si Kuya Rene Boy, talaga nagre-refer
mhm.
ako dati. To the point na nagiging top referrer ako ng Concentrix before. Yup, nagiging
Concentrics,
top
wow,
referrer.
okay.
Yes. Naging top referrer ako. Yung talagang sobrang dami ko na ipapasok na tao.
Like ilan?
Doon sa,
Like, siguro in total, sa lahat ng mga
in
na-refer mo na,
total,
ilan na? Oo.
ang successful hire ha, 8,000 kasi dati. Merong premium na tinatawag. 8,000 per, ano yun ha, per successful hire yon.
Oo.
Hindi ko lang sure sa actual count ha, pero umabot ng nasa 200,000 pesos may get yung total referral incentives na nakuha ko.
Mhm. Pero ilang tao yun
Ma-
ng
Hindi
na-refer mo na?
ko maalala. Kasi when it comes to referral, ang dami kong pinasok. Hindi
Mhm.
lahat pumapasok sa pangalan ko. Kasi,
Ah,
oo,
okay.
ganun yung nangyari. Hindi lahat pumapasok sa pangalan ko. So, sobrang hinayang na hinayang ako nun. Kasi,
Mm,
alam mo yun, parang may disconnect dun sa communication namin ng applicant na kailangan, ito yung parang employee ID number ko, ito yung full name na
mm.
ilalagay mo. Isang
Right.
detail lang na mali, hindi nagiging successful yung referral ko. Kaya kung kayo magre-refer kayo guys, make sure na tama yung details na ipoprovide ninyo kasi naging issue ko siya before to the point na ang dami ko na-refer pero onti lang yung talagang naging na-monetize ko.
Oo,
Pero okay lang naman
okey.
kasi ang goal mo talaga is makatulong eh. Yun yung naging,
Nakatulong, correct.
yun
Mm,
yung goal mo, makatulong ka rin na yun, may trabaho. Tapos yun, doon nagumpisa actually si Kuya Rene Boy sa pagre-refer to the point na pag-create ko ng, kasi ang dami ko nire-refer,
mm,
more, hundreds of people yun, hundreds of
mhm,
people. Naggagawa ako ng mga Facebook posting, tapos nagre-reply ako isa-isa sa mga nire-refer ko. So, I come up with a decision na ba't hindi na lang ako gumawa ng video? Para
mm.
isang link na lang isi-send ko. Ito yung
Mm,
tips,
mm,
ganito makapasa, ganyan. Hindi ko
mm.
akalain magpa-viral. Doon nag-start yung pagbablog ni Kuya Rene Boy. about call
Nice.
center tips.
Right. So the referral program is what really was the defining moment when you realized that you wanted to establish this Kuya Rene Boy official mo, hindi ba? Tama ba ako?
Yes, tama.
Okay. At yung
Ganun yung
tinatawag kong ano
nangyari.
human trafficking na legal.
Oo, human trafficking na legal. Kasi
Correct.
gusto ko magpasok ng mga tao before.
Mm,
Kaso lahat hindi ko natuturuan ng tips. So, yun, lalagay ko na lang yung ito employee ID number ko, ito yung full name ko para pag nag-apply kayo sa Concentrix, magre-reflect
correct.
na. Yun, doon na nag-start yung pag-switch ko rin ng career from BPO to freelancing kasi nung
Mhm.
nagkaroon na tayo ng views sa YouTube, sa Facebook, medyo nagkaroon
Mhm.
tayo ng earnings and yun na, doon na nag-start yung pag-freelance ko nun during pandemic.
Freelancing. So you got hired as a BPO agent, and then medyo naging you felt stagnant, so you ventured into focusing an extra attention on the referral program, and then since
Mm-mm.
you that sparked your purpose or your desire to really help more people, so nakapag-start ka ng Kuya Rene Boy official mo on Facebook page, and you started
Mm-mm.
coaching other aspirants who wish to be part of the BPO
Yes.
industry, right? And
Yes.
then what made you naman transition to freelancing? Kasi again,
Okay.
BPO companies, when you got hired by a BPO company, right, aside from your salary, you are also given benefits like yung SSS contributions mo, 13-month pay, and then your paid time off, and other perks and benefits that the usual BPO companies would give, then you become a freelancer. You kind of lost all of those. So what made you decide to transition naman sa pagiging freelance?
Oo, actually, yun nga, yun yung downside. Nung paglipat ko sa
Mm.
pag-freelance, nawala lahat yun. HMO, yung mga
Yeah,
benefits
oo.
na yan, pati yung mga contribution. So, I decided na lang na mag-self-contribution. Kasi,
Mhm.
guys, freelancing is not for everyone pa rin. Okay? Kung gusto niyo
True, oo.
mag-strive dito sa pag-freelance, kailangan ninyo ng tawag dito, kailangan ninyo maging prepared financially and mentally. Kasi hindi na, pag sinabi kasi nating freelance, hindi naman to katulad ng sa BPO na meron kang stable na monthly earnings talaga. Okay.
Mm.
So, kaya lang naman din si Kuya Rene Boy nag-switch here kasi nga, nagkaroon tayo ng views ng monthly earnings sa YouTube, sa Facebook,
Mm.
tapos, yon. Ang ginawa ko kasi at that time, nag-focus ako dun sa advocacy ko na magturo ng mga applicants. To the point na, so since
Mhm.
meron na
Yeah.
akong platform, oo, sabi ko, magtuturo ako ng maraming applicants. Naggandak ako ng mga free interview practice sa YouTube
Yeah.
channel ko.
Mhm.
Every time na nagla-live ako, pasok kayo dito, tara, interview session tayo. Nakakahingal. Alam mo, to the point na lagi ako nagkakasakit that time kasi ang dami kong ina-assist na applicants. Sabi ko kahit yung iba nga sasabihin ko, Ren Boy, padala kita ng ano, ng burger, ng ganyan, dahil sa'yo, nakapasa na ako
Mm.
sa BPO. Doon nag-start.
Oo.
Yun yung naging drive ko na ipagpatuloy ko palalo, yung freelancing kahit sugal. Kasi during
Oo.
that time, hindi naman pa ganun kalaki yung kitaan sa
Mm.
pag-Facebook, ganun, YouTube. Kumbaga,
Mm.
naniwala na lang ako dun sa advocacy ko na yon na marami ako natutulungan eh. And eventually, hindi ko akalain na magkakaroon ng maraming numbers yung views. Tumaas yung views hanggang sa nilapitan na tayo ng mga brands. Yan, nagkaroon tayo ng mga brand
Yeah.
deals. Yan. Tsaka doon na talaga ako naging stable sa pag-freelance.
Mhm.
Yan na,
Okay.
doon na nagumpisa.
Ito yung ano, ito
Tapos
yung
yun, pinasok ko na rin yung VA. Naging SMM din,
virtual
ganyan, virtual
assistant. Oo.
assistant. Doon na rin yun pumasok.
Okay.
Sinama ko na rin siya sa mga sideline, ganun.
Y- your your story is actually a true testament to
Mm,
what I abide by in my life and in my career as well. And I call this
mm,
the triple P's, PPP. It means pursue your purpose, then your profit will come after. And that's really what you
oo.
have done in your life, Rene Boy. You really pursued the purpose of your life or of your career to really help out people, aspirants, and then instead of focusing on monetary value of what you're doing, you just focus
Mm,
on the purpose of you helping people. And right now, you are reaping the profit of these activities that you of this risk rather for the past years, hindi ba?
mm.
Mhm.
I
Now,
agree, I
you've
agree.
also done a lot of interview practice with some of your viewers. Tama ba ako?
Mm-mm.
I've
Yep.
seen, I think, some of your videos with Leona Magalona. I hope that
Mm-mm.
I'm pronouncing her right,
Yes,
ano?
yes.
And then other
That's
interview
the
sessions as
founder
well.
of Buhay
Mhm.
Call Center page.
Why call center?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to you
Big
kasi
shoutout to
I
Leona
yeah,
Magalona.
shout out to you, Leona. I reached out to her and then she was very generous enough naman to to post us or to advertise our page in her
Wow.
page, no. Yeah,
Mm.
one of the contents in your page or in your YouTube channel, Rene Boy, was sabi mo doon is tandaan mo lang na walang taong mahina ang utak, kulang lang talaga sa
Mm.
gabay at practice. What do you mean by
Mm.
this? Mm,
Yun kasi, kumbaga, words of encouragement ko yun para sa lahat
mm,
ng mga,
mm,
alam mo yun, natatakot silang mag-strive sa BPO industry. Marami kasi sa kanila is kinakabahan. Pero pag naririnig daw nila yung sinasabi ko na yun, lalo na sa, merong part ako sa video ko na sinasabi ko na, tandaan mo kung walang naniniwala sa'yo, si Kuya Rene Boy, naniniwala ako na makakapasa ka. Yun daw yung
oo.
laging naririnig nila sa isip nila kapag nag-a-apply sila. Tapos ang daming
Nice, ah.
nakakapasa pag ganun. Kumbaga, alam mo yun kasi
Mm,
may mga times na ultimo kamag-anak nila, hindi sila naniniwalaan, friends nila, hindi naniniwala sa
mm,
kanila.
mm,
Pero kung merong isa ng vlogger na naniniwala sa kanila, yun pala yung
mm,
nakakatulong para mas lalong ma-boost yung confidence nila. So yun yung palagi ko sinasabi sa mga
mhm.
viewers ko. Yun yung ibig ko sabihin sa kanila tawag dito, wala naman taong ano talaga eh. Kulang lang talaga sila sa practice. Kailangan lang nila ma-expose. Alam mo yung parang bata ka lang dati na wala ka namang alam. Pero dahil na-expose ka
True.
sa mga salita like mama, papa, tubig, inom,
Mm,
ganun.
yeah,
Natututunan mo yan eventually. Yun yung kaya palagi ko sinasabi na kailangan lang nila talaga mag-aral at mag-practice. Matututo at
mag-aral, mag-practice
matututo.
talaga. If they are really dedicated to
Yes.
really make it, ano? Kasi there are other people that I know, they wanted to enter the BPO world. However, they're not really doing their part. Like they
Mm-mm.
tried
That's true.
applying once or twice and then they failed and then ayaw ko na, hindi ko kaya to, hindi para sa akin to. What? It doesn't work that way, right?
Sometimes, kailangan mo mag-try ng maraming beses bago mo makita eh. Kumbaga, pupunta ka sa
Mm,
isang lugar na napakaraming pinto.
mm,
Dalawang pinto, tatlong pinto pa lang binubuksan mo. Pagod ka na, nagrereklamo ka na, di ba? Hindi mo alam, nasa ika-apat
mm.
pala yung opportunity.
Agree,
Ganun.
agree.
Mm.
Si Pia Wurzbach nga nakatatlong sali siya sa binibining Pilipinas Universe eh, bago siya naging Miss
Oo.
Universe, hindi ba? Ikaw pa
Mm.
kaya, Day?
Totoo
Si
yun.
Rene Boy nga 7 beses eh, right? So kung
Oo.
ikaw nakakatatlo pa
Kaya
lang,
nga.
4, si Rene Boy 7, right? 8.
It's a very good reminder din to everyone 'no, lalo na sa mga kabataan ngayon kasi, yun nga when you mentioned exposed, they're also being exposed to a lot of opportunities or possible opportunities there is. Kaya parang ang dali sa kanila mag-decide na to shift into another path right away after getting,
Mm.
2 to 3 rejections. But, your ano talaga consistency and perseverance really, what's inspiring to your story. So, ayun siya Kuya Rene Boy. But what actually or who inspired you to take the leap into entrepreneurship? Kasi syempre, 'di ba, before sabi mo nga nakikita mo lang yung mga BPO employee na, "Uy, pakape-kape na sila, oh, gusto ko yung ganyang buhay." 'Di ba? But
Mm.
who really got you inspired or what got you inspired to really take entrepreneurship?
Actually, sa entrepreneurship, since, 'di ba, nandito na tayo sa BPO career natin, tapos nag-jump tayo sa pagiging vlogger, naging vlogger tayo, dumating sa point na nagkaroon ako ng idea na meron na akong market, meron na akong audience. Okay, kumbaga meron
Mhm,
na akong audience, meron na akong market. Bakit hindi ko i-monetize yan? And somehow related pa rin sa niche ko, sa career ko, and sa ginagawa ko. So I decided na pumasok sa entrepreneurship na relevant pa rin sa BPO, which is yung
mhm,
pagtatag ko ng Bold Minds Academy. Itong nakasulat sa damit ko, Bold Minds
mhm.
Academy. Ito yung academy ko na nagtitrain sa mga BPO aspirants. So for those
Wow.
people na hindi ko na makater, na hindi ko naman ma-replyan sa sobrang dami na nagpi-PM araw-araw, bakit hindi ako magtayo ng eskwelahan na kung saan may magtuturo ng kung ano yung tinuturo ko talaga Na kasi sabi nila effective kasi most of the comment section talaga kung i-scrub niyo yung nasa YouTube channel ko, ang dami
Yeah.
na nakapasa. So,
Mm-mm.
why not na gumawa na lang ako ng isang academy naman ngayon na merong magko-coach tapos ituturo niya yung standard ng tinuturo ko din. Tapos yun,
Mm-mm.
ang good thing naman, kung check ninyo yung Bold Minds Academy na Facebook page, meron na siyang nasa 20,000 followers yata.
Mm-mm.
And 400 reviews and recommendation. 5 stars siya consistent.
Nice. And that's again,
Ganon.
that's the Bold Minds Academy was
Mm.
born because of you pursuing your purpose, right? Going back to
Doon na
your
nag-umpisa yung
purpose.
pag 3
Yeah.
years na siya ngayon. 3 years na si Bold
Nice.
Minds Academy. Shoutout sa lahat ng coaches natin dyan.
Hello coaches ni Bold
Mm.
Minds Academy.
Si Bold Minds
Pero ang balita
Academy.
ko Rene Boy, hindi lang Bold Minds Academy ang institution na build up mo na. Tama ba ito?
Yes. I also
Ano
have
pa yan?
Renaissance
Okay.
VA agency. Yes. Yeah, this is just a startup. Pero yun,
Mhm.
wino-workout namin
An
siya hanggang ngayon ng team
okay.
ko. Mm-mm.
Yeah, ano ang Renaissance VA agency for those people na, who might have not heard it yet or people who might be wondering and be interested in what you guys do there?
Okay, Renaissance VA agency is more on, yung advocacy namin na makapagbigay ng work from home job sa mga Filipino. Marami kasi, alam mo yun, maraming Filipino ngayon yung gustong-gusto nila ma-experience. Ano nga ba yung remote job na yan? Ano ba yung virtual
Mm-mm.
assistant? Ano ba yung freelancing industry? So I come up with an idea na magtayo ng VA agency na kung saan maghahanap ako ng client tapos mag-offer ako ng maraming work from home job sa mga tao. Ito po
Nice.
ngayon si Renaissance. And somehow, syempre, Renaissance. So,
Yeah, I love that.
relevant siya sa Renaissance na, alam niyo, new era, new
New
beginning.
era.
Para, at nirelate ko na lang sa pangalan ko, yung Rena. Ginawa ko, Rene. So, yun, Renaissance.
And that's a very
That's
smart spin-off to the word Renaissance. Ano? I really love that. Very smart, intelligent, and really well thought ang yung pagkaka-brand ng Renaissance.
Mm-mm.
Rene Boy. I love that.
Actually, itong bold minds din, ganun din yun eh. Saan ba yung bold? Ito. Bold
Mhm.
means courage, and then minds means knowledge. Okay, kasi kapag nag-apply
Okay.
ka, hindi pwedeng puro tapang lang. Hindi puro courage lang. Kailangan ng utak, ng knowledge.
Mhm.
Hindi rin naman
Mhm.
purong knowledge lang, hindi puro kaalaman lang. Kailangan mo rin ng tapang. So, kailangan balance
Mhm.
yung dalawa. That it will equivalent din sa confidence. So, kailangan dalawa sila. So, yun yung reason
Nice.
kung
I love
bakit
that.
Bold Minds yun.
Is it
Bold
so
Minds Academy.
for those people who enrolled at Bold Minds Academy, it means that when they graduated, they would have both na. Tama? They would have the
Yeah,
courage
Bold
and
Minds.
the knowledge.
Courage and knowledge. Yes.
but we all wanted to know as well, Kuya Rene Boy, what transpired kasi how has your journey changed you as a person, both professionally and personally?
Nahubog kasi ako nahubog ako ng journey ko talaga na mas maging matatag and mas maging matalino sa lahat ng mga ginagawa ko, especially right now. Nagba-vlog tayo, marami nanonood sa atin.
Mhm.
I always make sure na nagbibigay ako ng value. And yung value na yun is yung
Mhm.
tumatagal. Yun yung gusto kong na-emphasize ko talaga palagi. And kasi alam mo yun, yung pakiramdam ko kasi na kapag may mga tao nagpapasalamat sa akin na, Kuya Rene Boy, hindi kita makakalimutan kasi dahil sa'yo, may trabaho na ako, may papakain na ako sa family ko, ganyan-ganyan. Yun yung something
Mhm.
na masarap pakinggan. Kaya, bilang, alam mo yun, yung journey na to, sobrang nabago talaga yung pananaw ko sa buhay. Naakala ko dati, eto na lang ako, ganyan na lang ako, di na ako talaga alam mo yun, wala nang break na darating. Pero yun, at ngayon, kahit papaano, I know, hindi naman ganun pa tayo ka-successful in life.
Mhm.
Pero, I'm always trying to, alam mo yun, humble myself. Palaging paa sa lupa, mata sa taas, ganun. Kahit
Correct.
na ano man yung dumating na mga break sa buhay natin. Tapos yun,
Agree.
always pray din, lagi rin ako nagpe-pray na mas marami pang magkaroon ng magandang opportunity. tuloy-tuloy pa rin ako sa advocacy ko kahit anong mangyari na tawag dito, marami pa tayong matulungan na gustong magkaroon ng trabaho.
I love that. So, paa sa lupa and then mata sa taas, right? Paano kung tatawid ka?
Mm-mm.
Charot lang, charot
Taas lang
lang.
ng kalibang, taas lang ng kamay.
I'm just
Taas
kidding.
ang kamay.
I love that. I love that message of yours, Rene Boy. I really do because some people that I know, like personally know, kumbaga parang for example, they're trying to achieve from A to Z. Nasa letter B pa lang sila, pero akala mo kung they already have this, lumaki na yung ulo, they already have this level of arrogance na in themselves, right? And I really love what you said na for every journey, every milestone na na-achieve mo, even though you're not there yet, right? It's important that you set milestones. And then when you set and then you are able to achieve your milestones, keep your both feet on the ground and your eyes kay Papa God.
Pero Kuya Rene Boy, a lot are wondering, what's next for you and your brand or company naman?
Okay. Actually, ngayon kasi more on virtual eh. So, yun, di ba, virtual setup, work from home setup, ganyan. Kahit din yung Renaissance VA
Mhm,
agency natin is more on virtual setup. So, what's next?
mhm.
Actually, ang target ko is magkaroon ng sariling building and magkaroon ng, yon, physical office someday. Yun talaga yung goal ko, magkaroon ng physical
Saan
office.
location ang bet mong itayo ang ano na yan, ang office space na yan?
As long as Manila siya. Yun.
Manila,
As long as
okay.
Manila, Metro Manila.
That's next for you, right? For the brand, you
Mm.
are aiming to
Mm.
have your own office space, like physical space, right? How about spiritual
Yep.
space? Charot. So a physical space, and in terms of yung head count ng yung the people that you are helping in terms of being part of the Renaissance VA agency, like how many head count do you plan to achieve in the next 3 years?
In the next 3 years, my
Mm-hmm.
target is at least 20,000
20,000
individuals.
individuals. Anong mga niche nitong mga to?
20,000. More on customer service, customer support,
Mhm.
basta ano, makapag-provide ng trabaho kahit ano pa yan. Kahit,
Okay.
basta, kasi marami talagang gustong-gustong magka-work ngayon. Basta,
Mm.
work opportunity, bibigyan natin ng trabaho. Actually, lagi ako nag-ano ng idea, nag-iisip kung ano ba yung magandang business, ano ba yung magandang idea na makakapag-produce ng mas maraming trabaho. Ayaw
Mhm.
kasi yung
Mhm.
talagang goal ko, alam mo, yung mapataas yung employment rate ng bansa. Kahit simpleng mamamayan lang tayo, ayun yung lagi kong
I
iniisip ko
love
kung
that.
bakit ganun yung goal ko. Ayun yung purpose ko siguro, ganun.
I love that. I really am impressed
Mm-mm.
with your mindset. I was like that. I'm also still like that. That I made it part of my purpose. Really, the reason why I wanted to really move up in the corporate ladder is because I really wanted to be able to give jobs to our fellow Filipinos by making sure that the program I'm handling
Mm.
grow. Because when we grow the program, it means that we need more people, and when we need more people, we get to hire more people as well, right? That has been my purpose and my motivation in
Mm.
terms of me why I'm doing my best to really step up and get promoted to a higher responsibility. And that's just really very liberating for me, that knowing that I have the same purpose as you are, Rene Boy. And for this part, we really wanted to pick on your brain for probably a few moments. By I know that you've been doing or giving advice and tips to a lot of people right now. Right
Mm.
now, what advice would you give to individuals who are dreaming to make it in the BPO industries? Like, what tip can you give them in, like, ano bang pipiliin ko? BPO company ba or yung contractor type of setup ba?
So yeah, advice ko sa mga beginners or sa mga aspirant, especially sa mga gustong tumuntong sa mundo ng BPO, ang payo ko lang sa inyo is palagi nyo lang samahan ng kailangan ninyo mag-alat ng oras para sa pagpa-practice. Kasi guys, totoo yung sinasabi nila na kapag gusto ninyo mag-apply sa call center, puhunan talaga dito is English. Okay? English communication skills. And kailangan nyo rin magbaon ng, alam nyo, ng lakas ng loob. Okay? Kasi kailangan nyo talaga magbaon ng lakas ng loob kasi hindi nyo, kumbaga panibagong ano te, panibagong planeta. Okay, may mga
Mm-mm.
ma-encounter kayong iba't ibang uri ng tao. And kapag nasa operations naman kayo, iba't ibang uri ng customers. So, kailangan ninyong i-prepare yung sarili ninyo talaga. Okay? So, tapos yon kailangan nyo maging professional, kailangan ninyo maging consistent. Kung inaaral nyo man ang pagiging call center agent, mag-practice kayo sa mga mock call, yan. Tapos, i-expose ninyo yung sarili ninyo sa computer. Yan, kasi isa yan sa mga tinitignan. Typing, pag-aralan ninyo maigi. Tapos, ang pinaka-payo ko talaga, iwasan ninyo yung mga red flags. Okay, mga red flag answers during interview. Yun yung mapapayo ko sa inyo. And para mas lalo ma-boost yung confidence niyo, samahan niyo ng dasal pag nag-apply. Napaka-effective niyan. Okay? And same thing with the sa VA industry. It
Mm-hmm.
depends eh kung gusto niyo gusto mag-strive. Okay? Kung gusto niyo maging VA, gusto niyo maging individual contractor, pwede rin naman. Pwede kayo mag-freelancing, but you have to make sure na kailangan meron kayong contingency plan. I'm not sure with the term, or kailangan may plan B kayo kasi minsan sa pagiging VA or freelancer, kailangan ninyo ng, kasi minsan wala kang client sa loob ng isang buwan,
Mm-hmm.
2 buwan. So, saan nyo kukunin yung budget ninyo? Rental, bills, ganun. So, yun, kailangan ninyong magplano kung gusto ninyo mag-step
Mm-mm.
out sa pag-freelance, okay? Sa pag-VA. Okay, ganun siya. Pero yun, kung confident naman kayo, or pwede nyo rin namang pagsabayin, okay, habang nasa call center kayo, pwede rin naman kayo mag-try or mag-VA. Wala namang problema doon. So, syempre, yun lang, ang kailangan lang talaga sa pag-VA, meron mga specialized skills dito. Okay? Pero
Mm-mm.
pag sa tingin niyo qualified kayo at kaya niyo mag-apply bilang freelancer, no problem. Pwede rin po kayo mag-try dyan. Pero yun, sa mga beginner, as in wala pang experience talaga when it comes to corporate, mag-try muna kayo mag-call center kasi yung mga nakakapasa kadalasan sa freelancing or sa pag-VA is yung may mga advantage na, yung may mga call center experience na. Kaya yun, masaya muna, mag-try muna kayo mag-BPO or call center. Masaya rin guys sa call center industry.
Ayun. By the way, Kuya Rene Boy, no? One thing that we would love to ask you kasi syempre those are the tips that you wanted to share to the aspirants, no? But if they're interested in joining your project, 'di ba? Especially the Bold Minds Academy, how will
Mm-mm.
they contact you?
Actually, they can just, jump into our Facebook page, Bold Minds Academy, and of course, my official, Kuya Rene Boy Official. So yeah, you can just follow me on Facebook page. You can message me there, or you can also direct message me through LinkedIn or WhatsApp. Yeah, it's posted on my Facebook page. It's very clear there.
By the way, Kuya Rene Boy, no, thank you so much for sharing all this to us. It's very humbling and at the same time inspiring. And it's what the people who are listening right now really need.
Thank you, Rene
Mm.
Boy, because
Uh,
like what I said earlier, for gracing us with your presence today. And this
yeah, my
episode
pleasure.
is not really an eye opener for me, but it's a more on um, a moment for me to realize na ay meron palang katulad ni Rene Boy sa mundong ito who's not just focused on growing his personal or achieving his personal success but also helping out the dreams of other people. And just like what Kay said earlier, this is what the Philippines need right now, someone like you who is not selfish, who's very generous in terms of helping out other people, sharing your
Right.
experiences to them, for them to be successful as well, right? And ang BPO
Mm.
industry will be booming pa, will bloom further and more in the next 7 years. So if you guys are need help, if you guys are planning to venture in the BPO space, reach out to Bold Minds Academy or to Kuya Rene Boy to, and then definitely he can help you out, right, Kay?
Oo naman, no? And to those who are listening to us right now, we want to hear from you. Na-inspire ba kayo sa episode natin today? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below and tag us din sa mga trending memes ninyo. And we're also in YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
Agree. So let's interact on our social media accounts. And for those who are exploring opportunities in the BPO industry, work from home or on site, join our Discord group. We are actually exclusively posting job ads there every Monday. Lastly, check our bio and join our growing community.
All right. So again, thank you, Kuya Rene Boy. But for now, bye everyone. Kita-kits ulit.
Bye.
Yeah, bye everyone. Kita kits.
And that wraps up another episode of the BPO Break Room. Salamat sa pagsama sa amin today.
We hope you enjoyed the kwentuhan and learned something new. Don't forget, laugh, learn, and level up.
And follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok for exciting updates, tips, and more chikahan.
Give us a thumbs up and share this with your workmates. Baka ito na ang break time inspiration nila. Until next time, stay awesome, stay productive, and always take time to recharge. Kita-kits ulit dito sa The BPO Break Room.